Come on in, everybody.
Yeah, they're coming in by the thousands,
Yep.
Bob.
All
Carry
right.
on.
Want to stand or sit? We're going live on Facebook, and we're also doing a rebroadcast on YouTube. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heining, physical
And
therapist.
together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
Today,
Bob.
Brad, we're going to go over 7 simple exercises to get in shape fast. Nobody has time to work out anymore, do they?
Exactly.
So we're going to show exercises that are all encompassing. These are exercises that use the large muscles and use almost every muscle of the body. So you're going to get in shape faster.
And you're going to burn more calories.
Right.
It's just an efficient
You
way to
lose
go.
weight, and you're
Exactly.
going to get some cardio out of this too.
Exactly. And we're going to show you how to do them properly.
Yeah. By the way, if you are new to our channel, if you're over on YouTube and watching this right now, watching the rebroadcast, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Subscription button is here usually. And if you're not on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, head over to Facebook and like us, because Brad and I have severe psychological issues and we need to be liked. So let's go ahead and get started, Brad. Let's go with the first one. You know, first it's just good to warm up a little bit, Brad, just to, you know, get the body moving here, just legs moving, arms moving, get things moving.
You're doing good, Bob.
All right.
Doing real good.
And then we're going to go into, this is what I always do even before I do my weightlifting, Brad, is I do some jumping jacks.
Yeah.
I know this is old school, but it's a good exercise.
It
You're
is.
working arms and legs.
Right.
And if you want to make them harder, you can go arms straight out, not bent.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And you can also do this one. This is a little more coordinating one here.
Oh, yes.
I think this is more of an aerobics one, isn't it, Brad?
It is. But it's a good one.
Yeah.
Just the shoulders working.
You hear my breathing?
Yeah.
I'm breathing harder.
No.
So that's number 1. Number 2, Brad's going to do, and that's push-ups.
Right.
Yep.
Do push-ups on the floor. I'm going to do them up here so we get a better view.
By the way, Brad, I forgot to mention, with all these, there is no equipment needed. I mean, that's what we're nice. Yeah, show the first.
Out of my way, Bob. You need some good view. This is a good way to start if you haven't done a lot of push-ups. You know, the ones on the knees. Okay, and then as that gets better, you can change your hand position, which changes which muscle groups you're using, the fibers of different muscles. Okay, they should not be painful. If it hurts your shoulders to do one of these this way or that way, don't do it. Then we'll go into the standard GI push-up, and we'll do those triangle push-ups.
Yeah, get your triceps.
Yeah, right here. If you can touch your chest to your hands, it's a really hard to do for me anyways. I don't do a lot of push-ups lately. Bob, I think does a lot more
I
than
do a lot of push-ups. I
Yeah.
like to do the ones too, Brad, if you're an old guy,
Yeah.
I put the hands way down
Oh,
low.
yeah.
Yeah, down here, and
Yeah.
it gets the bottom of your chest. So if things are starting to sag a little bit on you, I noticed it made a big difference
I'm
on me.
feeling strong like bull, Bob.
All right, good job. Now, if you're really haven't done any push-ups at all, you could also do some against the wall here to start off
Exactly.
with. If you're really, are we okay on Facebook with that, Lonnie? Yeah, you can start off this way, and this is an easy way to beginner for the who
Yeah,
doesn't.
right. Or if you're just coming out of an injury, or you've been sick for a while and everything is weak, which happens quite frequently with those, with any of us.
All right, the next one, Brad, is squats. I mean, this
Yes.
is just a good overall body exercise. You're going to get all the muscles going, good shoulder length apart, and you're going to go ahead. And the big thing about it, I don't want people leaning forward too far forward
yeah.
and bringing the knee in front of the foot.
Yeah.
Brad's going to show you what I mean by this with our plumb line. You want to come to the
Yeah.
front, Brad?
Yeah.
So if the knee is going past the foot, you're putting too much pressure on the knee. So you got to actually kind of come back like this. You got to stick your butt out, Brad.
Yep.
And kind of arch your back. And you can even put your hands up here if you want to, just like you got a bar on you. And
Right.
you're doing
But
squats.
look at this posture, Bob. This is what we're talking about, good back posture.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. We're going to show you how to do things to keep your body healthy without beating up your back or your neck or whatever.
And there's really no reason that you have to do real deep squats.
No, that's for people who are
right, doing
not really
athletic
aware.
Competing or something like that.
Yeah, and they're beating up their body and
Yeah.
sacrificing it for the event.
Now, if you do have a ball, or if you did want to make the investment in some equipment,
Yes.
this is the kind of how I do squats. I put a ball on the wall, and the first thing I do, by the way, Brad,
Yes.
whenever I do this, I lean back over the ball
Oh.
and stretch my back.
Yep, get that.
This works out really
back
good.
going the opposite direction is going to help that herniated disc if there's one started.
But this is so much easier, Brad, to keep the knees back behind the
Yep.
feet when you're this way.
All right,
Because
let's
it just
take
works
a
out
look
really
at this.
good. Yep, look at that, not even
at-
close.
Yep. Now on this one, you do need to have some shoes that stick to the floor.
Right.
Because if
Or carpet.
You're right.
Yeah.
Because if your feet slide out, you end up.
You'll feel it going.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we
this-
don't want to have an accident.
these squats have been wonderful for my wife, who was having a hamstring injury.
Sure.
And she just does these real shallow.
Yeah.
And it's the first time in years that she's no longer complaining of this hamstring injury. 'Cause
Wonderful. Yeah.
It just works the squats. And you know, you can do, I do 3 sets of 30.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
High
Yeah,
repetition.
high
yep.
repetition.
Working that
And again,
endurance.
getting all the muscles and working out real well. All right, number 4, Brad.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Say
Get
no
back
more.
to work.
Say no more. I was hoping you could say that. Mountain climbers?
Yeah.
Okay, can you see me on the floor, Lonnie? Because I'm going to get a little crazy with these.
Hold on. I'm going to look on Facebook
Yeah,
to see
look
how
on
we're
the
doing.
Facebook. The Facebook's important to me. So we're just going to keep the hands down here and just start out slow. If you haven't done these before, you know, try and keep a straight back. Don't let it arch. Good strong abdomen. Tighten up those abs. You know, they're always talking about abs. Get that six-pack going. And you can just start out here. And as you get more comfortable with it, and I like to do these for about maybe 20 to 30 seconds. As you get more in shape, you can go longer. And then you can start going
Doing
into
the
this
more
type.
advanced.
Right. And this is harder. And if if you're really more advanced, which I'm not because I don't do a lot of these, you can do a little do it to
Oh,
me.
yeah, going all the way around there.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, give us the thumbsies and the heartsies, by the way, if
Oh,
you're out
yeah.
there. And Lindy Herring says hi from Florida. You
Oh.
guys are great. And
Thank you, Lindsay.
Teresa Sapphire Homer says, what about shoulder if it hurts on top?
On that exercise?
It may not be good for you if your
Right.
shoulder
If
hurts.
you got shoulder problems, that's what I would stay away from.
Yeah, there's certain ones that you don't want to do. All right, this is another difficult one. To be honest with you, I don't do this one, Brad. I haven't done this one.
But it's a good exercise.
I thought it was a good exercise. I saw it, and I thought it was good. So I'm keeping good posture here. And it's kind of similar, but I'm bringing the leg up like this, really works the back. And then I'm bringing my knee to my face. So
Yeah.
up, knee to the face.
Do it with the other leg so the camera
Okay.
can see it better, Bob.
Up, knee to the face.
Yep. He's trying to keep a straight back, head up, so everything is in line. We're not stressing the back. Really good for the low back muscles and the glutes.
Where this one is good for is if you're on vacation and you don't have equipment and you're in your room and nobody's around.
Well, you could do it out on the beach. Some
Sure,
people are
I
that
guess
way.
so. Yeah, if you're one of those attention seekers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
really good
Bob, you got some
exercise.
nice socks on again.
Yeah, I
Look
got
at
the-
that. They're like little baby gargoyles. Okay, what's next?
all right, you're doing lunges, Brad.
Oh, the lunge. Now, these are great. Now, I do use these a lot with patients.
Yeah.
From knee surgery, hip surgeries. Once they're starting to they're getting upstairs. If that's a little challenging, this is a good one for that.
Really good to start with shallow ones, right?
Right, yeah.
So you're really not going very far.
You want to grab that?
Sure.
Now, some people do lunges and they're going like this. I have the canes here because I want a little support. If you haven't done them before, you hold on to a cupboard at home in the back of a chair. You can use canes like I have here, but when you lunge
Again,
forward,
he's trying to not stop that knee from going past the
right,
foot.
that's no good. We go to here, and if you want to go farther, you simply
You dip down.
Dip.
Yep.
Yep. And so
Lunge and dip.
dip, and you can go right, left, right, and depending on what shape you are in and how strong you're feeling, that determines how low you go. You have to be careful though, because if you go too low, what happens is your patella or your kneecap hits the hard floor, and
Right.
it's not very fun. It hurts. Makes you say bad things, so don't do that. Be careful. Which, on the other hand, if you do this and you go slow, good, controlled, that's a good way to strengthen muscles anyways, and then just go up and down.
Again, look how he's working the core and everything here, though.
Right.
Everything's working on this now.
And I'm not doing this.
Right. Keeping
Not
good
all-
posture. Good posture with all these.
Shoulders back, head tucked in, and think about being strong like bull. Boy, I worked my quads last night, and this is really killing me, Bob.
All right. Well, that's good to see that you're
Wow.
human, Brad. We just thought you were subhuman or overhuman. All right. Next one. We're starting to cool down a little bit. Not as active. This is a great one for the back, for strengthening the low back.
Sure.
And what I do is you go opposite arm, opposite leg. So I'm going to go out with the leg, out with the arm.
Oh, this is great, Bob. Look at this. Well, we got a white shirt, but he's holding things nice and straight across.
What
there.
I do with these, Brad, is I do 30 of these in a row on
You
one
do-
side.
Okay, good.
I don't alternate.
Yeah.
And what I do is I do this, Brad. I go this way, then I go out to the side, and then I go out to the back.
So working all the fibers out of the traps on
Yep.
the shoulder.
And then also what it does is it makes me work a little harder to keep my balance.
Sure.
You know, so
right. This
then-
is one of those things that it looks easy, but after you do it, you say, "Oh, I know what you mean by that balance."
yeah,
comment."
I do a lot of these, so I think I'm fairly good at them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you can do
you're
thumb
steady.
up or palm down. Either way, thumb up.
Yeah. So
or
he's
palm
talking
down.
about that hand, and that's a little subtlety that does make a difference.
Right. And then, to finish out, flip over, and why don't you do a little bit of ab workout, which we can do, which you can start off with you can put your hands at the side here, and you can just do some little bicycling here,
Right.
Brad.
Now on this one right here where I'm pointing, that's why I got the
Yep,
tape
I'm
on
keeping
there.
my back flat down against the bed.
Stomach muscles tight, flatten
Yep.
that back out.
And then some people kind of do what they call the dead bug,
Right.
where they alternate with the arms too.
If you haven't done much ab work and you're pretty new to this is probably too advanced.
Yeah.
Because that back will arch and then it can kind of irritate your
Yeah,
back.
you might start off with just keeping the back flat and going up with one like this.
Yep, yep.
And then put it down, and then go with the other one, and keeping the
Exactly.
back flat there.
Exactly.
So, any questions, real quick? We can take a few on Facebook if there are any.
Oh, I thought you were asking me. I didn't have
Why
any
don't you
questions.
show a little. Well, let me take a quick look, Brad.
Yeah, take a quick look, Bob.
Somebody from Mobile, Alabama, saying hi.
Oh,
We're going to be doing a video on helping with lymphedema, and actually also, believe it or not, which this is not our area of expertise, but a puffy face. After surgery, or if you just normally have this. And the reason we're doing this is because a therapist, a massage therapist, sent us her book. And she mentioned that one of our videos in her book, and it's really a good book, and we'll be going over that this week.
And it's a good video.
it'll
It is,
be-
I think that is one of our
Yeah,
top
a
5
good video,
videos,
right?
yeah.
So, all right. Well, everybody, thanks for watching us, and remember, subscribe to us on YouTube, which is Physical Therapy Video, and also like us on Facebook, which is Bob and Brad.
And be strong like bull.
All right.